Right at 11 o'clock. You're welcome. Please join me in singing hymn 398, our gathering hymn today, To See the World. Please rise and embody your spirit.
Our chalice lighting this morning is A Flame of Light, Our Path by Deborah Burrell. Fire consumes and casts a bright light. May our chalice flame consume our regrets for the past, our fears about the future, and our worries about today. May it light for us a path of joy and peace. Good morning and welcome everyone to St. John's Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Alicia Rosselot and I'm honored to welcome you this morning and also our friends online. Glad you all are here. I'd also like to welcome our guest accompanist, Ted Seaman, who is filling in for us, for Stephen. Rev. Jen Grayson is our minister, and she is out this week, but she will be back next week, I believe. So she and Melissa and I have put some time in the service, and we hope you enjoy it. Please see your announcements in the order of service, and we are a welcoming congregation, so we welcome people of all different groups, and welcome. If you would please put your cell phone in worship mode, that would be great.
We'll now sing hymn 126, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. Please rise in body or spirit. Come Thou Fount of every blessing, tune our hearts to sing Thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, offer songs.
And now, if you would care to join me for our affirmation. This is the mission of our faith, to teach the fragile art of hospitality, to revere both the critical mind and the generous heart, to prove that diversity need not mean divisiveness, and to witness to all, we must hold the whole world in our hands.
Now is the time for joys and concerns. If this is your first time here, this is an opportunity to bring a joy or concern and place it in the sand using a stone from our bowl. Thank you. We are going to put one more stone in the sand for joys and concerns not spoken today. There are no written joys or concerns to share, except if you have not heard, Barbara Haddon did pass away. Her celebration of life will be January 25th. More details to come. Our meditation today comes from Reverend Lynn Cox, titled "The Courage to Continue on the Journey." Spirit of life and love, known by many names and yet fully known by none, we give thanks to this time and this place of renewal. We give thanks for the ability to begin again after the disaster, after the tragedy, after the loss, after meeting the challenges set before us. Grant us the courage to continue on the journey, the courage to speak up for the well-being of others and ourselves and the planet. May we forgive each other when our faith and our values, when our courage falls short, and may we try again. Grant us hearts to love boldly, to embody our faith and our values in living words and deeds. May our hearts open to embrace humility, grace, and reconciliation. Grant us the ability to learn and grow, to let the spirit of love and truth work its transformation upon us and within us. Grant us the spirit of hospitality, the willingness to sustain a fit dwelling place for the holy that resides in all beings. Grant us a sense of being at peace in the world, even as we are in motion. Let us cultivate together the strength to welcome every kind of gift and all manner of ways to be on this journey together. To this we add the silent prayers of our hearts. Blessed be. We now come to the time for children. If you would like to come forward, please do. We do have a little story today that will involve some acting, and we have got a couple of volunteers that are going to come up and act for us. The story today is about two monks and a young woman. Who are our monks? We have David, Terry, and Jude, the old monk and the young monk. An older monk and a younger monk were traveling together. Can you show us traveling? Yeah. Two people, let's see. At one point, they come to a river with a strong current. Here's our river. As the monks were preparing to cross the river, they saw a young and beautiful woman attempting to cross. The young woman asks if they could help her cross to the other side. The two monks glanced at one another because they had taken vows to never touch a woman. Then, without a word, the older monk picked up the woman and carried her across the river, placing her gently on the other side, and she continued on her way. The younger monk could not believe what had just happened. Can you show me disbelief? Yes. After rejoining his companion for their journey, he was speechless. And an hour passed without a word between them. And they're walking along their path. 2 more hours passed. It's a long walk. Then finally, the younger monk couldn't contain himself anymore and blurted out, "As monks, we are not permitted to touch a woman. How could you touch that woman to help her cross the river? Are you just beside yourself?" The older monk looked at him and replied, "Brother, I set her down on the other side of the river. Why are you still carrying her?" This simple Zen story has a beautiful message about being alive in the present moment. We can find ourselves in the present moment, unsure of what to do next. Has that ever happened to you? Have you guys ever had a moment where you didn't know what to do next? Yes? If you are like me, you might turn things over and over in your mind, unsure of the next step. or we carry around past resentments or stubborn ideas that keep us from moving forward. But can we choose to put down what doesn't serve us anymore and do what feels like the next right thing to do to continue on our journey? And in this way, we may find a level of peace and happiness and maybe discover a new path moving forward. Thank you, volunteers. We'll now sing the children out.
Your heart no love and your hands do the work of justice as you go your way in peace. May your mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. May your heart know love and your hands do the work of justice as you go your way in peace. As you go your way in peace.
St. John's is committed to creating a safe and caring community, working for peace and social justice, and celebrating beliefs that respect freedom of thought. Now is our time for offering. Your gifts will help further the mission of this church. We will gratefully receive.
Thank you, Ted. That was beautiful. Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let your soft animal body love what it loves. Tell me about your despair, yours, and I'll tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things.
We'll now sing hymn 387, which is a very short hymn. But the way we're going to do it is Ted will play it once through for us, and then we're all just going to sing it in unison, because that's what it is, until I decide to stop us.
Thank you. That puts us in a good place to begin our ritual today. The new year calls us forward, filled with mystery. As we turn toward the new year, we take a final glimpse of the past year and reckon with all that it has held for us. Ushers, if you could pass the baskets. There are baskets that will be moving through the aisles with pencils and dissolving paper. It is specially treated paper that dissolves in water. I don't know if it's actually treated. It might just be really thin paper, so. When the basket comes around to you, please take a piece of paper and reflect on the year behind you. Consider what you might leave behind today, letting it dissolve into the water so that it changes form and disappears. What parts of our lives, what things, ideas, people, ways of living have become obstacles to our becoming the people we want to be, the people we need to be? What are you holding back? What's getting in the way of you living as fully as you would like to live? What might you melt away? What will you relinquish? Write a word or two on the paper. Nobody will see it except you, the water, and the universe. If we could have just a bit of music while you write. Just want to make sure everyone understood the assignment. Has everyone got a piece of paper and a pencil? Yes? And have you had an opportunity to write a word or a couple of words that you want to let go of from this past year? Okay. So the next few minutes, music will invite you forward so that you can put your paper in the bowl of water. It will dissolve very easily. I do have a spoon. You can stir the water to watch it dissolve. Or I can stir it for you, but it will dissolve quite easily. As the paper disappears, let it go. When the service is over, we will pour the water back into the earth. If the past year held joy and growth for you, may the sweetness continue to bless you. If the past year held pain and bitterness, may you be relieved of those burdens and renewed for the journey ahead. Let us look to the new hope with curiosity about its many unknowns, and with faith in our strength to navigate it with grace. The ritual was created by Erica Hewitt. Our blessing today is by Reverend Gretchen Haley. In our release and in our intentions, I offer this prayer and blessing with words from the Reverend Gretchen Haley. In this frozen world, let us set our eyes on softness and kindle compassion steadfast like the wide sky, and willingness to change, with hearts refusing to close, arms refusing to turn away, the stranger, the neighbor, the light, which beckons still. Let us be those unwilling to miss the beauty, stubborn in our hope, persistently turning towards good. Whatever this year brings, let us know ourselves as partners in this great project bending the arc towards love. Partners small and also significant, courageous, and also surrendering to the mystery. This story so much greater than any of us, so much more than any of us can see. In this new year, let us make friends with joy in the middle of the day, celebration before the dishes have been done. We hold our grief with tenderness and honor for the love that persists. We give thanks. With every breath, the practiced kindness with every step. Assuming everyone is doing the best they can, including us. Every day as the sun rises and sets, let us remember we need not wait for a new year to be the people we are called to be. It is never too late to begin again. Let us continue our meditation now with a time of silence.
And if I could call you back. We do have some announcements, and I'd also like to invite Joetta, Brian, and Lexi, as well as Rich forward. The announcements in your order of service, there will be a forum next week, earlier before the service, so at 9:45, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about NAMI. Our Mittens and More Tree is still up in the lobby if you have anything you'd like to donate. We do have some found house opportunities for this winter. And if you are new to St. John's, it's my pleasure to see some new faces today, and you'd like to look for one of the greeters in the lobby or ask one of us questions, we'd be happy to give you a warm welcome. Meditation will be starting in the new year, which is Wednesday, from 4:30 to 5:15, at least for the springtime. So that is a change. So, come on up.
Morning, everyone here and online. For those that I don't know, I'm Joetta Pro. I'm the current president of the board of St. John's. And I want to ask how many in this room, we're a little low on attendance today, so it's probably not going to be a full count, but how many in this room have, during your time at St. John's, done something to work with religious education programming? Oh, okay. All right. How many of you have had children who participated in religious education programming here? Okay. How many of you are hoping for a reboot of our religious education programming? Okay. Everyone who has their hands up on that last one needs to go home and put on your calendar January 26th, and please RSVP. In the e-news, there's a link to register, if you will. Our consulting religious education assistant, Reverend Sierra Marie, has called it an RSVP, but really just register so we know how many people will be attending. And come for something that will help us. What was that line in the reading? It's never too late to begin again. Okay? We are in that process of beginning again, and we need everyone, even if you don't have kids in RE anymore, even if you've never have worked with it before, you still care about it, okay? And so we need everyone to be there on January 26th. Please register and let us know that you're planning to be there. Thank you. It's going to be an interactive kind of process, and it is best done in person. We are debating about having Zoom capability, but that's going to be a lesser way to be involved, so don't think, oh, I'll just participate by Zoom. You don't want to be on Zoom unless you're out of town, okay? So we really want to encourage you being here, if that makes sense. But if there is a question on the registration form of if it's the only way you can attend online, then put that down, okay? So it's not just a convenience thing. It's like if it's the only way, we still want you. Okay, thank you. Let me know, or any board member or Rev Jen, if you have questions, but please register. Thank you. Sorry, that was a little long, but...
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, good morning. My name is Brian Newton.
And my name is Lexi Newton.
And we have a special announcement for the children starting in the new year. We'll be starting a children's choir led by Edie Holder. Yes. Edie couldn't be here today, but we are sharing on her behalf. She will be leading choir practice for the children each Sunday before service from 10 to 10:30, starting next week on January 5th. And this will be downstairs. I forget the room.
Rosa Parks?
Yes, in Rosa Parks' room. All children from ages 4 to 14 are invited.
I hope your children can come sing with us.
Good morning. I just wanted to let people know real quick, if you haven't been here before, or very often, we have coffee hour after church every day, or every Sunday, and you're welcome to join us today. But I want to remind people that our custodian, Jeff, needs help on cleanup with that. So it's the beginning of the year. I put out a new sign-up sheet for the next 3 months. If you could sign up for 1 or 2 Sundays, you're going to be on the hook for 45 minutes or an hour after church, helping Jeff. Jeff will be here and, show you what to do. And also, if you'd like, even if you didn't sign up, if you look in the kitchen there and, Jeff doesn't have enough help, go ahead and help him for 10 or 15 minutes. And also, anybody that would like to bring refreshments, snacks, sweet cookies, cakes, anything like that to set out for coffee hour, that would be great as well. Thank you.
Now sing our closing hymn, 368. Now let us sing. Please rise and bow to your spirit. Now let us sing to the power of the faith within. Now let us sing to the power of the faith within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the faith within. Now let us sing to the power of the hope within. Now let us sing to the power of the hope within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the faith within. Now let us sing of the love within. Now let us sing to the power of the love within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the faith within. Let us sing to the power of the joy within. Now let us sing to the power of the joy within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the faith within.
Our benediction comes from poet Anne Hillman. We stand at a new doorway, awaiting that which comes, daring to be human creatures, vulnerable to the beauty of existence, learning to love. This is our challenge and our charge. In this new year and in each new moment, to dare to be human creatures, learning to love. Let's keep learning together. Our worship time has ended. Our service just begins. Happy New Year.